What you gotta do to get the life that God wants you to have, you gotta put more air in your bubble. You got to blow your bubble up. Expand yourself. Take yourself out your comfort zone. Do not live in your bubble. Put some more air in your bubble. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful. Start putting some pressure on. Put some pressure on yourself. Get out here and get about it. Look, I'd love to sugarcoat this thing for you. I'd love to tell you, look, you can go out here and get rich, do a couple of things. That ain't happening. You got to get real doggish. You got to get downright funky if you want to make it. Now, like I was telling you before, if you want to be ordinary, you ain't even got to listen to me. Just go on about your business. If you think ordinary is cool, ain't no problem. It's some really, really wonderful ordinary people. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're going to have to do extra. You put extra on top of ordinary and you come up with extraordinary. It's no other way. I'm sorry, but here's the fact. All of you have extraordinary capabilities, all of you. You have to decide if you are willing to do the things to put you in that category. Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life and your ass was asleep. Quit running away from the gift. Your gift will make room for you. Stop trying to be something you ain't gifted at. Nobody asked you to go down here and study to be a dentist, and you ain't really good at that. Quit going down to the church trying to sing. You can't sing. Now, just because they let you sing at the church, you're not finna, ain't nobody else finna go with this. Because, you know, come as you are, the Lord loveth a cheerful giver, all that. We don't apply scriptures out here. You come to the Apollo and you can't sing, we got something for your ass up there. Period. Listen to me. All of you have this gift. Identify it. It's the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's what you should be doing. You're wasting your time pursuing your passion. The Bible does not mention passion. It mentions your gift. What are you gifted at, and do that. Stop tripping. You can do that. If you fry chicken better than everybody you know, you ought to be somewhere frying chicken. You do not understand this. If you do not have it written down, your chances of it happening is reduced drastically because it's a principle of success. You have to have everything you want written. It's in the Bible. Now, you ain't got to be the greatest Christian in the world. You still got to get some of these scriptures and apply them. Habakkuk 2:2, it says, write the vision and make it plain, so that he who reads it will run to it. And even though it tarry, that means take a long time, wait for it, for surely it will come at an appointed time. That's in the Bible. Listen to me. That's real. If you don't think it's real, I dare you to try it. Write everything you want on a piece of paper. Everything. I don't care. Use your wildest imagination. If you can think it, you can achieve it. Write it on a piece of paper. Read it every morning and every night. Come back here 1 year from today and see how much of that stuff then came true. That's a promise of your God. That ain't no theory I come up with. That's all successful people have. Oprah's on TV for 30 years telling people about vision board. It's very real. You have to write it. If it's not written, you reduce your chances greatly of it ever occurring. Failure means you've now learned another valuable lesson that pushes you one step closer to success. Your gift can be anything. You can't look at it as simply running, jumping, singing, and dancing. The attitude determines your altitude. If you're a positive person, positive things happen to you. If you're a negative person, negative things are going to continue to happen for you. If you can put that in your scope this year, just change your attitude. Wake up and smile. How about just wake up and be grateful? It's just common sense, right? Next thing, especially after a show like today, life is really 10% what happens to you and 90% what you do about it. Look, everybody in this room, everybody watching, everybody got something they got to deal with. Get to dealing with it. Stop complaining about it. Complaining about it only makes it stay present. Do something about it. So life is 10% what happens to you is 90% what you do about it. And finally, don't give up when reaching your dream is difficult. Listen, if success were easy, you've heard it a million times. Everybody would be successful. It requires a grit and a toughness to be successful. But I got news for you. It's something that all of you have in you. Now, whatever you've been through, whatever that is, guess what? You're still here. You know what? That makes you a pretty tough person. I look back at myself sometime and I think, what advice? What would I tell that young guy in college who was on the verge of flunking out of that very same college? What would I tell myself? Well, I'd tell myself about forgiveness. I'd remind myself, I would teach myself to forgive a lot quicker, including myself. I held myself to my own pain for a long time because I kept rehashing those failures over and over and over again. And in rehashing those failures, it prevented me from moving forward. So I would tell that 20-year-old guy back then, be a little bit more forgiving of yourself and a whole lot more forgiving of other people's. To remember that Lord's Prayer that your mama taught you. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. It would have made my way a lot easier. I would also tell myself to slow down a little bit. Don't go so fast. What you rushing for? Life is coming. See, every time you rush, you get ahead. You miss some steps. I missed a lot of steps in life, but if you noticed, every time you miss a step in life, you gotta go back and get on that step. You have to get fluent in the language of success so you speak it with ease. Surround yourself with people who've accomplished their dreams and immerse yourself in the culture of achievement. And before you know it, you're gonna be speaking the life of your dreams into existence. And like I've said before, we each have a gift. But too many people miss out because they refuse to sign the lease on their gift. You keep looking for it outside of you. Stop. Sit with yourself. What is it that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort? That's your gift. But if you are constantly looking outside of yourself and you don't latch on to your gift, you will never find your purpose. If you want to succeed, you must commit to your own gift and embrace it. I aim for stuff so big that the dream is bigger than the fear.
Wow. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Man, I just had to get this positive motivational Monday out to you guys. You have to learn how to get uncomfortable with yourself if you plan on moving to the next level. You have to get out of the circle that you're in and expand to get into bigger rooms to grow yourself. For the ones that want to make six figures, you can't make six figures if you're not getting into the room with people that are doing six figures. And for the ones that are doing six figures that want to go to $1 million, you have to get into the room of millionaires that can show you how to make $1 million. You know, we're constantly talking to people that are not where we're trying to get to, but then they're trying to explain how to get there. Listen to that again. We're constantly talking with people about our dreams of trying to get to a place that they don't know how to get there. And they're not there. So in order for us to get into the rooms or into the level of success in our lives, we have to get into the rooms where people are actually achieving those goals and those dreams. So we have to stop belittling ourselves and staying in rooms that's not going to help us grow. Our lives have to be about growth. Now, here's a couple of things that I take away from this motivational motivational video from Steve Harvey is you have to write things down. You have to write your visions down and make it plain. That's one of the principles that me and my wife, we do. Every year we write down our goals and our vision for the next year coming. And the power in that is when you write it down, you go to work. And those things begin to happen for you effortlessly without you even having to put thought into it, because your thought has already been hit the paper. It's already there. So now all you're doing is walking into it. And me and my wife, we look back, every year we look back and we see all those goals that we have accomplished because we wrote them down, you know. So please start writing your visions down. But you also have to get uncomfortable with yourself too. You know, so we always become complacent because we're comfortable with our situation. You have to get uncomfortable with your situation and to get into the bigger rooms. If you want to achieve the things that you're trying to achieve, you got to get into a larger room where those people are achieving those goals that you're trying to achieve. So, hey, I just wanted to stop by and bless you guys with this motivation for Monday to get your week started. Please get uncomfortable with yourself and get into those rooms that you need to get into. I'm actually going to be working with 5 individuals in the next coming weeks. I'm going to be working with 5 individuals to help them get uncomfortable with themselves and get into the rooms that they need to be into. And I challenge you guys to get uncomfortable with yourself. Now, if you want to be one of those 5 individuals, leave a comment in the comments below and say, "Hey, I'm in." But I'm telling you, this conversation is going to be very uncomfortable because we have to start getting uncomfortable with ourselves, and we have to start challenging ourselves to get into those larger rooms. But it starts with being uncomfortable with ourselves. Thank you for stopping in and looking at this video. I hope you guys have an awesome week. Stay tuned to the next videos that's coming this week. We're going to have a massive week this week. So until then, hey man, I hope you guys have a great start of your week. And if you need me, just leave a comment below.